That nigga Hugo threw me off though. I was at the I was over there.
You mean
Yeah,
Henry?
yeah, hearing, and I guess he was.
I just seen him come around the corner.
Yeah, I guess he was asking. I guess he was asking. Something about the dolls. He asked something about the dolls or something. He said. I thought he was gonna bring the dolls in the gate.
He did.
Nah, he did. He kept walking. That nigga, I know that nigga be busy. Boy, how me motherfucker be cutting himself. I don't let nobody touch my hair unless it's him. That nigga fade. That nigga know how to fade.
Mm-hmm.
What you just saw right there is the German-made Skynex air defense system in Ukraine. Ukraine bravely defending its homeland from the Russia invasion. Not only that, Ukraine going on the offense. You see right here, Russia's Krasnodar oil refinery being hit by Ukrainian drones. Ukraine working hard to cripple Russia's ability to fuel its invasion against Ukraine. Meanwhile, you have Donald Trump and his regime shriveling up in the United States and behaving as a Putin bootlicker. It is disturbing to watch. We've seen French President Emmanuel Macron, Germany's Chancellor Merz meet in France over the past few days and talk about how weak the United States is looking under the failed leadership of Donald Trump. By the way, where the hell is Donald Trump?
Hey.
He has not been seen for the past few days.
Hear that?
Yes, he's rage posting on social media.
What they say?
No public appearances for him is very, very odd. We've seen the bizarre discoloration on his rotting hands. He's tried to cover it up with makeup. That doesn't work. We've seen the massive inflammation.
Well, they talking about his hand.
He can barely put his feet
Oh,
into
feet, all
his
kinds.
shoes right now, and he cannot walk in straight lines. As Charlotte Clymer writes,
Henry ain't
wasn't
called
seen
me.
yesterday by the White House press
Jamal.
school. He hasn't been seen today. He has no public events scheduled for the weekend. He hasn't been
He
seen
wants
in
me to
public
damn look at his
since
car.
Wednesday, and it's unclear
Who?
if he'll even
Well,
be seen in public.
He might need an
until
alternator put in the
next
car.
Tuesday. That's pretty.
But I thought I might not be able to do it because I'm not going to be able to bend over the hood of a car.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You got me.
From classic Lotus Sea to premium
Nah,
level.
it ain't the same.
Despite all
It's hard to tell.
Take a look right here as Governor Newsom posts the following. An image of
You
Governor
don't think I can
Newsom,
do it?
younger governor, handsome,
Hmm?
You don't
looking
believe
like
in
he's ready
I didn't
to
say you believe in it.
defend the United States of America.
That motherfucker, you looking like nigga that shit drop on your ass. I don't want to be my goddamn fault.
Donald Trump, Governor Newsom post their side by side so you can really get a sense of how sickly and rotting Donald Trump looks compared to a much better looking, handsome Governor Newsom, strong leader in Newsom. Newsom goes, Governor Gavin Newsom just called Trump America's biggest loser after the court ruled that Trump's tariffs are illegal. This is a huge win while California's lawsuit moves forward. Folks, just think about the devastating news Donald Trump was handed. He's been unable to cover up the Epstein files despite all of his attempts since he forced
Yo,
Congress
what's
to
going
go
on?
into recess.
I went live today, boy. I ain't see y'all. Y'all ain't
He
clicked
was
on.
handed a massive loss on Friday as the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that Donald Trump's use of emergency powers to tariff the world was patently illegal.
It's
Also
going
late
good. My day
Friday,
going good,
a
man. I'm
federal
just
court
chilling.
ruled that Donald Trump's expedited deportations of immigrants who have
Look at
been
this
in
shit
the
about
United
Donald
States
Trump.
in the
They
United
saying he's
States
sick
for
or
some
something.
time without due process is also unlawful.
He ain't saying
It has
he
been
is.
loss after loss for Donald Trump.
Good.
And now the international community also is calling him out. How
Let his
pathetic he
CDC
looks. I'll do a video on that in about 90
president
minutes,
help
where
him.
you see the president of Portugal
Let
calling Donald
CDC
Trump an asset
Kennedy
you have French
help him.
President Emmanuel Macron,
How you
Germany's
get 50
Chancellor
subs? I'm trying to
saying,
get
"You've been
to.
played by Putin and it is humiliating, Donald." But
You gotta
here's what
post you some
Donald Trump
content.
proposed to do. They posted this photo,
You
not
gotta
showing
post
where it's
content.
taken,
That's
but
y'all
again,
problem.
look how
Y'all
sickly
folks
he
out there don't
looks.
want to post
He's
no
looking at a
content.
bust of George Washington here. He almost looks like he's crying. It almost looks like he's gonna vomit or something. But then Governor Newsom posted that image, replaced George Washington with Joseph Stalin because Donald Trump is a communist. He's a Marxist. And that's what Governor Newsom says. After nationalizing Intel, Comrade Trump, America's leading socialist, unveils
I have 50 videos. Well, you need to make more videos.
Comrade Trump. That's how you have to treat
That ain't gonna
Donald
cut it.
Trump.
You know how many
gotta
videos
bully
I
him,
got
you gotta
out?
mock him, you gotta humiliate him in public the way Governor Newsom is doing. And the way voters are doing across the country right now. I understand Donald Trump wants to rig the midterms because he knows the massive loss that he and the MAGA Republicans are about to face. Democrats up significantly in the generic ballot because, let's face it, MAGA Republicans have
Talk about
caused
hitting that
more
one.
harm to America
Alright.
than really anyone in the history of
That
our
nigga,
country.
he needed that shit.
Oh,
In such a
damn.
short period of time.
You alright?
Here's a collection of clips of multiple
You hitting
Republicans
that mother yet?
getting booed at town halls this week. Care of our friend Jen Psaki. Play this clip.
You look at it start busting all right there and I would have been rolling.
You hitting that motherfucker like he need that
I
motherfucker.
was like, what you doing? Man, boy, don't you hotbox that motherfucker. Motherfucker hotbox the shit out of it. You get that bitch, you done gotta burn all the way down the length of that motherfucker.
Almost everyone in the room, if you pay income taxes, would have had your taxes increased. Trump is doing a great job of
And then they got the nerve to look in them people's face and smile at them when they say it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gonna look at, I cannot stand a motherfucker to look in my face and smile. Good God, I can't stand that shit. And you got me riled too? And you gonna smile at? Boy, I might just go ahead and take the chance and go ahead and hit you. Hmm? You had to leave, you had to go and hurry up and get the fuck out of there.
But folks, what are they talking about in their MAGA fantasy land and their dystopian world of American carnage? Anna Paulina Luna, MAGA Republican Congresswoman, is saying, you know what? If the Nobel Peace Prize team doesn't give Donald Trump the award, they better watch out right now. And you know what? While they're at it, they better give it to Melania also. Here, play this clip.
They said a dude got caught with 23 pounds of marijuana going through Europe, trying to go to Europe.
Trying to go.
Most certainly,
Mhm.
the Peace Prize Committee knows what's good for them. They do the right thing and nominate him. But also, too, I think that Melania Trump might also have a nomination. I think that she's been very instrumental in discussions with Russia. And also, too, I think that she's going to be a key reason why we're able to broker peace with Ukraine.
I love that. They could be the first joint couple to earn the Nobel Peace Prize. And then even better would be if they then turned it down.
Again, these people are just so odd. Then you have MAGA Republican Senator Tim Scott saying, first he attacks Obama, like they're obsessed with Obama. Then he goes, at the end of the day, we just got to thank the good Lord. Thank the good Lord for President Trump. Thank the good Lord for him. Play this clip.
President Obama, maybe he's jealous, maybe it's a Trump derangement syndrome. At the end of
What
the day,
the fuck?
can't we just thank the good Lord we have a president who
I'm glad I beat his ass back in the day.
We gotta look at DC and say one thing
Yeah.
that's clear.
I went to school. He went to a rival school. A rival high school.
That they call home. That's great
Oh,
news.
punk ass.
Thank the good. Where the hell is he, by the way? J.D. Vance is saying he's ready to be the president if Trump's health fails. And speaking of health, here is RFK Jr. Here's what he had to say on Friday. Let's play this clip.
Well, there's a lot of trouble at CDC, and it's going to require getting rid of some people over the long term in order for us to change the institutional culture and bring back pride and self-esteem and make that agency the stellar agency.
Pride and
it's always been.
Man, you took it away.
Very confident in the political.
They're so stupid. You took it away.
Accomplish that and ensure the competent functionality of that agency.
As Kara Switcher says, no notes. The CDC used to stand for United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Now it's CD, Center for Disease. One of the former top officials at the CDC, Dr. Dimitri Daskalakis, says, the CDC you knew is over. Unless radical action is taken, we're going to be screwed because the CDC is not doing its function. Speaking about being screwed, this is the headline from Fortune. It's like when you see the tsunami coming in. Agricultural economists are sounding the alarm about produce prices doubling. Robertson predicted produce prices could rise 50% to 100% by early next year due to tariffs and deporting agricultural workers. Yeah, that's what happens when you implement these disastrous policies that Trump is. Now, by now you know the ruling. The Federal Circuit Court of Appeals struck down Donald Trump's use of tariffs against the world, but Donald Trump rage posted, all tariffs are still in effect. Today,
my mom makes me so angry.
Incorrectly said that our
she makes me so angry. She calls me and said that my son told her that I broke the phone. That I broke a phone that you bought him on his account.
Trade deficits and unfair tariffs and non-tariff trade barriers imposed by other countries, friend or foe, that
That's another
undermine our
package.
manufacturers, farmers, and everyone else. If allowed to stand, this decision would literally destroy the United States of America.
Thank you.
See what he's doing there? He's trying to
You
blame
too.
the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals for his disastrous economy. The same way he's trying to blame the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, the same way they all blamed and he blamed Dr. Fauci for COVID. Donald Trump is an incompetent loser, a felon, a sexual abuser, someone who's bankrupted most companies that he's touched in his life, and he just blames people, throws them under the bus. That's just the objective data, folks. Not being political. He bankrupted like every one of his casinos in Atlantic City. All of these stupid products that he sold over his life. Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. Bankrupt, lawsuit. That's what this guy is. He's a freaking loser, the biggest loser that there is. What a loser behavior by posting something like that as well. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. There's a reason people are booing him. Trust me, manufacturers getting screwed. Farmers are getting screwed. Consumers, we're getting screwed. We're calling them out here on the Midas Touch Network each and every freaking day. We're going to flood the zone with the truth. Hit subscribe, share this channel with anybody you know. Go to MidasPlus.com while you're at it as well. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MidasPlus.com.
Oh, yeah.
有了 McValue 的 Meal Deals， 你可以享用这个和这个第一份
Donald Trump is on the golf course. I don't think he's serious.
这些价格全部都能享用。谁说你不能拥有全部的美味？
Since the Morgan Law Group has been winning billions for their clients, we've had to expand our class of God.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give me some of the shoes. Mama bought, what's her name, son? Them bitches hard.
Our best days are ahead of us.
Doesn't MLG cover personal
Everybody talking about Trump, something wrong with Trump, ain't nothing wrong with Trump. This man is playing golf.
You've heard it, but have you heard it?
He playing golf, y'all.
Don't leave your claim up to the gods. When it's OMG,
The man
call
chilling.
MLG.
Fucking bitches playing golf. Everybody talking about Trump.
Let's take a look at Donald Trump's dark past that you haven't seen anywhere before. Let's talk about John Casablancas, dead. Let's talk about Jean-Luc Brunel, dead. And of course you know Jeffrey Epstein, dead. We should talk about Karen Model Agency, spelled K-A-R-I-N, which became MC2 Model Agency, funded by Epstein to funnel underage girls to be sex trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. We should talk about Elite Model Management, Elite Model Agency, which partnered with Donald Trump on a lot of things. We should talk about Trump Model Management, or the T Model Agency, as it was sometimes called. It was shut down in 2017, which, according to many of the models that were a part of it, they were encouraged to show up with tourist visas and not with the appropriate immigration documentation, which left them very vulnerable as well. Which
QCP, call Young Thug the police, man. Everybody just telling on everybody now. This is a whole bunch of rants going on.
Now, we hear
All
a lot
the
about
rants
Epstein,
having to meet.
obviously, but this was
Y'all
a
gonna
crew.
get it, girls.
These people all knew each other. The Casablancas, the Epsteins, the Trumps, etc. And they all had their model agencies, as they called them. So Jean-Luc Brunel died in a Paris prison in 2022. He allegedly hung himself in the same exact style that Epstein allegedly did. Jean-Luc Brunel was on trial for sex trafficking and sex abuse.
Jean-Luc Brunel was on trial
John
for sex
Casablancas
trafficking and sex. Jean-Luc Brunel was on trial.
On or around 2013, he was the one who ran Elite Model Management. Jean-Luc Brunel ran MC2 and Karen Model Management. But
They feel good on your
Casablancas
feet.
cheated on his first wife by sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl. And then cheated on his second wife by sexually assaulting a 17-year-old girl. He called his 15-year-old girl his lady women. He referred to them.
She said they sent 2 pairs.
And Elite Model Management was known for its pervasive
If they did, I'm gonna get the other pair.
sexually abusing underage
The
girls.
tan coat, this
And
color.
of course, you know Epstein. So Epstein funded
Or I can get black.
Brunel.
I want to get the tan.
Jean-Luc Brunel was known in the 80s and the 90s.
Them shoes got that, what's the name? Them, well, them motherfuckers nice, but them give me some New Balances. I think that's what I'm gonna go next time.
And then what a lot of these young girls said is that he demanded sex with them. Underage girls said he would demand that of them. He would put them in very vulnerable
Good sweet pea in there.
situations.
Oh.
Epstein,
That's why the bag heavy.
Yeah, I went to move, but I was like, wait a minute, now what's the fuck? Something else in there?
which was based in Miami, and a
Now
lot
he
of
wanna climb
people
on top
who
of it.
were involved
You
in
don't even know
the
she is.
situation talk about how that's where Epstein would have
She about to
underage
swallow.
girls funneled from Jean-Luc Brunel, and of course John Casablancas, Elite Model Management, or Elite Model
Niggas got some
Agency,
reaction to it.
which had massive allegations of sexual abuse, sex trafficking, before Casablancas died. And I've told you Casablancas' history. Casablancas and Trump were thick as thieves. They were very close, the same way Epstein and Trump were close. And Ghislaine Maxwell in all of this, just so you know, she was the connector kind of in this whole world. She was the daughter of Robert Maxwell. She was a socialite, wealthy. Her dad was a media tycoon. And she was Epstein's girlfriend, in the late 80s, and obviously through Epstein's death.
These are made for
And
walking.
she brought Epstein,
For walking?
And Trump together. And I'll bridge all of these connections
how-
together, so you
Shoes
understand.
like yours.
So here's Jean-Luc Brunel right there. You see the underage girls
These are made for walking.
behind him right there. Here's the Miami Herald report from 2022. Jeffrey
That's why they're made the way they are.
Jean-Luc Brunel,
Yeah.
ex-Miami modeling agent, found dead in a Paris
that's
jail.
made
You see
different.
him,
That's
Elaine,
made
and
for
Epstein right there on Epstein's jet. He allegedly died by hanging himself.
Motherfuckers alright.
This was after Epstein
Oh, nice.
died by allegedly hanging himself in 2019.
They're made for comfort.
And just like Epstein,
Like in the house?
Brunel
No
really
walking
wasn't
around
a high alert
anywhere, long
for
walk.
suicide.
Yeah.
he wasn't expected. You know, they didn't
Stand
put him on any watch.
and
that
sit
you
down,
would-
help your
emergency
legs.
watch that you would expect
Help
that
you
a suicide
stand better too.
would be imminent.
Mhm.
That's the way it's
Brunel
made.
was arrested when he was 76 years old in 2020 for rape and sex trafficking charges out of Paris, and he was not held in that area. Now here's a photo of him right here. You can see in Epstein's black book or in Epstein's call log, you can see the written memo pad messages right there from Trump to Epstein.
Yeah, he
which
probably
was
did
right
come from
above
that
another
litter.
call from Jean-Luc Brunel.
He
You
probably
see
did
Trump's
come from
name,
that litter.
You see Jean-Luc right.
Cause he looks like his daddy.
Again, I'm not saying that necessarily.
All of
equates
them
to
damn,
any connection, but
all of them babies
all
over
these
there
people knew each
look
other.
like their daddy.
All these people knew
You
each
got
other.
3 different daddies there,
First
and
plate
3
from the
different, and the kids are different, and look just like their daddies.
Jean-Luc Brunel was found dead.
No shit, that's the crazy shit about it.
And then I
This
dug
nigga
up
right here is
some
beautiful.
reporting
If they don't look like the
from
daddy, they
60
look like the mom.
1988 from Diane Sawyer's report.
Then he got
about
The one that
Jean-Luc
looks like a
Brunel
leopard, like a
back then
tiger.
due to the underage girls.
That one damn, like Tigger. That one damn looks like its mom.
Let's tie this all together. So here's from that 60 Minutes report where some of the girls are talking about
That
Jean-Luc
damn-
Brunel. Here, play this clip.
That damn charcoal one kind of reminds me of him. When you look at him, right whenever I go and feed him today, and you look at him, look at his face, it looks like him.
According to the Paris prosecutor's office, authorities believe the 75-year-old died by suicide. It comes less than 3 years after Epstein was found dead in a Manhattan prison under similar circumstances. His death has been ruled a suicide. Brunel was awaiting trial after several former models accused him of rape and sexual harassment when they were minors.
What he was accused of in the context of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein was using his position as a model and scout to lure women to be abused by Epstein.
He's a little rough little thing.
In a statement, Brunel's lawyers maintained their client's innocence, writing in part, his decision was not driven by guilt, but by a deep sense of injustice. It's the latest twist in the sprawling saga of Jeffrey Epstein, coming just days after Prince Andrew, another Epstein associate, settled a sexual abuse lawsuit against him without admitting wrongdoing. And in December, Elaine
Sweet
Maxwell
Peach
was
is under that
convicted of
bag. Well, she
young
love to
girls
be under her
abused by
bag.
Epstein. She has requested a new trial. Tonight, Maxwell's brother calls this latest death in the Epstein orbit incomprehensible.
See how they made it?
for your sister's safety?
Yeah, I certainly do.
Mhm.
I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but if you were
Yeah,
a conspiracy
makes you
theory
walk.
person, obviously you would
Right.
say, well, you know, these things happen
Makes
in
you walk.
threes, and no
Stand
doubt
up straight.
Gillen's going to be taken out for whatever
Which
factors
makes your
you
back and
reasonably
shit hurt.
seem to think about.
They're not heavy
For
either.
Brunel's accusers,
With Brunel's death, as with Epstein's death, many victims still feel as though they've found closure in that accountability.
Here's some of Diane Sawyer's questioning again. Let's play the clip.
His name is Jean-Luc Brunel. The group told us Brunel is very careful about the models who are under the protection of Eileen Ford. But Courtney and Sherry, who are not Ford models, told us about the dinners he invites his other girls to attend with his girlfriends. Isn't anyone who's doing that for the purpose of getting one of
I'm trying to trap him in the box.
So I seen him running.
He tried to run. He got the hell on.
his friends? They also look, I'd like to have.
Don't forget to put them back in your shoes so it won't get the bend. It won't bend.
And what happens if you say no? You don't work. You actually know, you're very careful that you actually have known that he has made someone pay a professional penalty for saying no. I know, I paid a penalty for saying no.